Man, look, Trump told us, he said, Clay, we're going to win so much, you're going to get tired of winning. Let me tell you, I was so tired of winning, I had to get in shape again. But now, Big Daddy Trump, my Lord and Savior, I'm not tired anymore. I want to win more. Put it in my veins, Big Daddy. Well, look, there's nothing that I like doing more than winning at the Supreme Court. Like, it's just become a favorite pastime of mine and my other MAGA knights out there. We love racking up SCOTUS victories, and we got one over the weekend. Now, look, if you're on team, we don't want to pay EBT to people who don't deserve EBT, then this was a big victory for you as well. I think that you need to get up off your lazy AWS and you need to go get a job. And I think everybody that's upset is like, well, Clay, what about the people who are on disability? What about the people who really need it? They need to be having a real conversation with their representatives about who is getting SNAP and who is not that deserves it. It got me to thinking even more about how pissed off I am thinking about these lazy, no good EBT queens and these cuck men that are too lazy to get up off their butts and go get real jobs. Well, I ain't qualified to do anything that pays more than $10 an hour, then get qualified. Get qualified. How about learn how to talk? How about learn how to look people in the eye and go sell stuff? Man, I told the story over here. Was it Friday when I had Damien in here? Told the story about how I woke up broke in 2010 with nothing. Man, part of the story I didn't tell is I drug the whole family down with me in this. And I'll never forget me and my dad, and he might not want me telling the story, but I'm gonna do it anyway. We was so bad, man, before I was able to get a job that we had to go get we didn't I didn't even try to get SNAP or EBT. I knew they weren't gonna give that to my white ass. But we ended up at a church food pantry and got food. Now, I never opened that food. Real talk. I ended up coming across a few bucks and was able to avoid having to do it because it was just a bunch of canned food and just like whatever. But I held on to that food forever as like a memory of how bad it can get. It was just like some off-brand generic canned food. But it was just the whole process of how humbling that was. And it was one of those aha moments in my life where I'm like, I never, ever, 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 ever want to be in this situation again. Ever. But also I didn't, no matter how much money I'd paid in, I had too much pride to go apply for SNAP or EBT or any of that as a perfectly healthy American male. Like, to me, that would just been like, ain't doing it, hoss. I ain't doing it. And I just found a way. Went and got a job. And when I started in the car business, man, they had a great annuals at the time. They guarantee you for the first 90 days, you got $500 a week or your commission, whatever was higher. Man, being broke, getting that $500 a week, that was a game changer. But what I say all that to say this, I learned a trade. I learned how to sell. I learned how to communicate. It wasn't about the cars. I mean, you learned the different cars, whatever. You learned how to be a dealsman. The point being, I learned a trade, and you can too. Get off your lazy ass, go get a job. Period. I have no sympathy, empathy, or anything for you people who choose not to, who can. And I hope that if nothing else comes from this whole EBT debacle, government shutdown, all this, is that we see how many people are on this crap. I mean, have y'all seen the videos of Walmarts and stuff lately? Like, people are going in and making videos. The shelves are overflowing with product and food and supplies and all this stuff. They're ghost towns. At least the ones that I've seen online. I haven't been to one because I don't go to Walmart. I get that crap delivered if I ever get anything from there or Amazon. But ghost towns. Clearly this economy through the Biden administration, when they kept telling us that the economy was doing good, it was propped up by EBT and SNAP. Because you've got the ability to buy so much crap on that now. It's crazy. We're going to make America great again, whether y'all want to or not. But anyway, we got a big Supreme Court victory over the weekend, and I'm here for it. What do you guys think, man? Should we just cold turkey stop snap? I bet, look, I said that back last year coming up to the election. I said, you got to just stop this cold turkey. And the first couple of weeks, the first month, there's going to be some growing, there's going to be some hunger pains. There's going to be some growing pains. But people's hunger and realizing that Big Daddy government ain't coming to save them will drive them to go find a damn job. Just like it drove me to go find a job and learn a trade and be able to provide for myself and my family. If Clay can do it, coming off a drug addiction, alcoholism, just every self-inflicted idiotic thing one could do to themselves, I did it and I was able to bounce back and make something out of myself. You can too. That's why I just don't care. You're never gonna get me to feel sorry for these people. I don't. Not only do I not feel sorry for them, I hate them. I despise them. Despise them. I'm like an immigrant that came here legally that looks at these MFers sneaking into this country, and I want to kick them back across the border. Get on out of here. Learn English.